if people see us and think that, hey, we're the best of the best in the entire world, well, that's what you have in our Navy and Marine Corps that maybe doesn't get that representation right now, but they're out there. So being the narrator for the flight demonstration means during flight demonstrations you will narrate. When you're not narrating, you are Blue Angel 7 coordinating, liaising with the air show committee, the air show, everybody that's running or making the air show happen. So this show site here at New Century is a lot more unique because we have 2 jet demonstration teams here. So you know, I go to a show site and I know that we respectfully request a lot per the support manual in order to have our large footprint come here and be successful, taking our air show blueprint to every new city. But when you have 2 jet demonstration teams doing that, now you've got everybody working really hard to make this go off without a hitch. So when the team arrives, it's we do the same thing everywhere we go. All the support officers and myself that were at the show site or just arrived at the show site on Fat Albert will meet and greet the Delta that just landed. And from there, we will go to Water Wagon where they will do their post-flight maintenance debrief. And then after that, we will go and meet any kind of VIPs on arrivals. Once we hit the ground running. So yesterday I showed up, went to my arrival brief, then the whole air show team had a second arrival brief with Thunderbird number 8, Flak, later in the evening. After my arrival brief concluded, go straight into changing thoughts and switching direction to flying the Key Influencer flight. First rider today, first name Rob, and he is with a local news station here, so broadcast journalism, and it was great taking him up.
Ready? All right, do it.
At each show site, I take care of the riders. That goes from a safety brief, typically about 45 minutes, where we cover everything in the aircraft, cockpit switchology, displays, what it means, some terminology, and then we go through and discuss safety procedures.
A lot of bells and whistles.
It's a little complicated strapping in, but we'll take care of it.
No worries.
Today we had an avionics issue. The team got called in, they swapped out a small little card that goes inside the jet. It talks to each other, the jet talks to it, and then if there's an issue, it'll pop a caution or display a caution on one of the displays.
When I saw that, just went ahead and threw up the troubleshooter T, and Nate ran and got runway truck, and they show up, the professionals that they are, you know, troubleshoot it because they've either seen it before, have years of experience doing this in the fleet, and within a matter of seconds, they're like, all right, we're gonna bring you 2 new cards, a new mission card, a new maintenance card. So being able to troubleshoot on the road with these guys, I mean, they are literally the best that we have, and we obviously trust them holistically with our lives, with everything, and it's unique when, you know, the media also gets to experience that, and it probably helps them write a holistic story of what that rider did, as well as talk about what they're doing in the community. For the VIP rider, we had James Winchester, long snapper on the Chiefs here in Kansas.
It was honestly a dream come true for me as a little boy growing up, going to air shows and watching the Blue Angels perform. To have the opportunity to sit back seat and fly on one of these aircraft with a Blue Angel is just, I'm beside myself. I feel like I'm 3 or 4 years old again, and very thankful for the opportunity, and thankful to the Blue Angels, Lieutenant Bratton and the grounds crew.
I think flying back, we just had that realization where both of us stop and think, we're both doing amazing things in our careers. Like, what series of decisions in both of our lives led us to both be in the same place in the same blue fighter jet flying over Kansas on the same day, you know? So just those small kind of out of body thoughts and realizations make it, you know, really worth it and very unique for this job as Blue Angel number 7. Narration, I didn't believe it when people said it, is like your own woo-saw time, your own like relaxing time, because you know, like sterile airspace. We want that when we go flying. You get sterile headspace when you go narrate, and it's a beautiful thing. Outside of narration, it is a full-time job. All of the W's, who, what, where, when, why, and how, 7 pretty much should know that. And 8 does the planning prior to. Once we arrive and show up, then 7 takes it and executes.
Lieutenant Commander Cary Rickoff, Blue Angel number 6, the opposing solo. 2019 was selected as number 7, so got to do the narration gig in the advanced pilot role. And then 2020 rolled into the opposing solo. Obviously with the coronavirus pandemic and all that, they froze the team, so got to fly that full season, doing all the practices in the America Strong flyovers through the various cities. However, decided to freeze the team to retain the experience and then move into the Super Hornet transition, which started off with this year in winter training. Winter training was very standard. So November, December were normal for me. Did my training flights down in Pensacola, and then moved out to El Centro January through March. And it was actually almost the very last week of winter training. Just had one flight, one random day where, had some weirdness in my ear and my head, and then ended up seeing some doctors, and eventually found out there was a minor ear imbalance, which they've grounded me for a few months, and then slowly working to get back in the jet. So it first happened, and obviously I didn't know what it was, never happened to me in the jet before. It was very concerning to the flight surgeon, obviously, and to all parties involved. So the initial diagnosis they thought was something more severe than it actually was, which is good news as I'd see it. But yeah, after kind of turning over some rocks, it's a minor ear imbalance, which the good news is your brain slowly compensates for over time. So the biggest thing is just giving it that time to heal itself, for lack of a better term, and then making sure you're ready to go again. It was a unique experience, obviously, for Lance Benson to come back. He was a 3/4 back in 16 and 17. And then due to various career timeline implications, we couldn't bring back any of the former solos. So he was kind of our most recent next choice, as he was conveniently moving out of Pensacola anyway. So it was a fortunate side effect for us, but bringing him back, he's been great. We spooled him up real quickly. Fortunately, I was still there, so I was able to help him on the ground, kind of walk him through things or talk to him in the air. And then obviously you have a very experienced Blue Angel 5 and Baxter being back this year to help spool him up quickly. That's the incredible thing about this team, though. We are a team. So to see the 6 jets go up is the most important part. But yes, it is seeing the 6 jet fly without you in it, especially knowing that we are a frozen team. Looking forward to getting the full hack at the 6th spot and fly the shows this year. Is a little bit painful to watch, but it's better to watch the full Delta fly up than a 5 ship. So flew the Circles flight with Blue Angel 5 and then the practice demo, which I've done for the last couple weeks, both in Pensacola as well as in Duluth, Minnesota for the last couple shows, and felt great. You definitely realize that there's a bit of an endurance aspect to the flights. It's to jump back in it. You're definitely working hard to combat those G's and make it through the 45-minute show, but as far as ear-wise, felt completely normal, completely fine, and it's great to be back. And then just recently, actually as of yesterday, they finally approved me flying at the controls of a jet as long as there's a stick in the back. So hopefully now start flying a small syllabus to get myself back up after that, and then after various amount of flights there, they should approve me to go back and fly single seat again. We are a very special Blue Angel Thunderbird team over the last couple of years, because I think we've spent more time with each other than probably in the entire 75-year history of the Blue Angels. It's awesome to see those guys back out here at a fellow show where we can both fly and demonstrate at the same time.
Be able to bring both teams together on the 4th of July, it makes everybody proud to be an American, makes everybody proud to be here. So it's truly an honor to sit in the middle of the country, in the heartland of the country, and fly on the 4th of July with the 2 premier jet demo teams in the United States.
You feel like you have a sibling or someone else in this business where you can somewhat let your hair down a little bit around and just, you know, compare and contrast, like, hey, how do you do this? Like, what do you do well that maybe we don't do well? What do we do well that maybe you don't do well? And just share that knowledge and those, I'm not gonna say trade secrets by any means, but how do we put on the best flight demonstration for the audience?
We perform very similar routines, but they're still different in their own respects, different aircraft, different services, and different processes. But you know, there's always things to be learned from each other. So we've been able to work and collaborate together to really bring out the best of both teams. It's truly an honor to represent the hundreds of thousands of Joint Total Force Airmen in the United States Air Force. We are simply just a small snippet of what the Air Force has to offer.
What it means to me is, hey, how can we showcase what we do and not bring the light on ourselves, but let the American public know that we are just small representations of the broader Navy and Marine Corps.
And it really gives people the drive and the dream to be able to dream big and chase the things that they love.